Hi everyone, so today I'm going to go through the new Kashtira deck versus a current tier deck. This tier deck needs some adjustments for Leon, which is like the next big tournament that's coming up in the EU. Um, it needs adjustments, it needs extra change and that sort of thing. But I just thought I'd pump this content out at the moment. It's playing a game of DB against Mate Dave, he's playing the new stuff, like I say I'm playing the old stuff. Um, Game 1, uh, it, the way he builds his deck is literally 50% hand trap, 50% engine. So if he doesn't see the engine party brick, so we'll just gloss over this game 1. But basically, yeah, this is a complete brick from him. He prosperities for 6, misses off the prosperity for 6, and obviously opens 5. Um, Uses shifter, so I can't get game, but I can push for a lot of damage. Um, Not seeing a starter in 11 cards is pretty rough, especially when unicorns are 1 card starter. So that's pretty rough. I get lava golem tier. Hiragekis me hits me for 3k, but he's only on 100 life, so the Fenrir cleans up the game. Um, then we go into the sideboard, and here I'm putting in stuff like Dark Ruler, sorry, Dark Hole. I'm taking my Bystials out. I'm probably going to side Dark Ruler in the new format. I haven't come up with a tier deck for the new format, but I still think tier is sort of viable if you min imperms in Dark Holes and Dark Rulers and stuff. So maybe as it switches away from the Bystials, you put Fenriers in, you put Imperms in, you're suddenly having a lot better of a time. So this is what I like to call a typical Dave hand. It's a starter, it's prosperity, it's an extender, it's talent, and it's a hand trap. So it's like this is typical unbelievable hands from Dave, and obviously I have nothing to stop him here. So let's talk about what he does. So he goes Unicorn, adds a spell. The spell then specials a Fenrir. Um, yeah, so I mean, I know I made another video explaining this, but I'll just give a quick lowdown. So basically, Unicorn special when you got no monsters, search the spell. When I use monster effect to get banished card from next check face down. The spell, target Kashtira monster controls special one with a different attribute from your deck in defense position, but you can't special summon from the extra deck unless it's XYZs. If this is banished, you get another one from your banish pile. So now he's banished this, he's brought out Fenrir. Fenrir is now used its effect to search the Rise Heart. To make Shangri-La, he then uses the Rise Heart. Rise Heart's effect is he banishes a Kashtira card from his deck, then I banish the top 3, and that's good because that triggers the Shangri-La. Shangri-La blocks off a monster zone of mine. He then overlays into Diablosis. This card is relatively new to me because I didn't play when it was a prize card, I don't think. But basically, detach on material, look at your opponent's extra deck, banish one face down, and then um, you can then so look extra banish face down. If a card your opponent possesses is banished face down while you control this card, you can banish cards from the top of the deck up to the number they have. So basically, Rise Heart's going to banish 3, so I've got 3 banished right now. This is going to banish another one, and then because 1 was banished, I then can banish another 4, but that means this Shangri-La is going to be triggered 3 times this turn, minimum. He takes my kit, I'm only playing 1. So banish another 4. Shangri-La triggers twice, and then Kashtira Birth. So then Prosperities, and because it's traditional Dave, he obviously gets the judgment off it. So there's no way I can win this now. I mean, he's got a macro, he's got a judgment, he's got an imperm, he's turned off 3 monster zones, and he's going to turn off another one. So, but Fenrir actually is really good against his deck, so I'll try and have a crack at this board. Obviously, he gets a unicorn out. So I go Fenrir in here. If I use Fenrir to banish the Arise Heart, then this triggers, the unicorn triggers, then the Shangri-La triggers, which then blocks off monsters anyway, so I literally have no way back into this game whatsoever. He uses Imperm on it, then he just triggers everything. Yeah, there's no way. We're just talking about how we can get cards here for Leon. Reno effect, kick Kalos search Sulik, kick Kalos effect, go into melee, melee, mills all three skill drains of course, Kelbeck Scream, Sheeran, Scream adds crime, mill 5 with the Kelbeck, Sheeran resolves, making the Kalos, in a new chain, make Rura, make him mill as well, Guru makes elf, with Merly get drawn a twin, Merly brings back Diviner, Diviner sets me up another Miller, um, then I pass, and I get straight hit with the Lava Golem, but I sort of played around Lava Golem, um, with the Havness in the hand, because that's going to turn on my traps again, but it's a bit of a stretch. Probably should have brought back Merly, because the shufflers don't really matter in this matchup, but I wanted to bring back the Merly in his turn, because I only play one Kelbeck in the latest list. I wanted to use the shuffler to put back the Kelbeck, but obviously I wouldn't have had anything good to go with the Diviner, so I got punched by Lava Golem a little bit, but I still think I'm okay. So I got Lava Golem, Fenrir, Chain Havness, Chain Imperm. Obviously because he's going to banish something, so I need to stop that, and I don't want him to get a search. And obviously I'm mill Insane, I hit 2 names, so use both names. Turn those into a Kit Kalos. Turn that into so basically here, right, this is an important part that you need to think about in this mirror. So my Kaleido hat here could return this to the deck, but then that makes any other Kashtira monster in his hand live, so I don't really want to do that, and I'd rather just save this bounce for later. And then Kit searches Reno for follow-up, crime away the talent, he prosps, adds the spell, specials out the unicorn effect. Obviously I'm going to select this by sending the Kit Kalos. The Kit Kalos will be 1, the Kaleido 2, put away that. Hit the remaining name of the kit. Matrix Spellier, use that, negate. There's just nothing there for him. So, summary of this match, I suppose, was obviously this deck can break if they're on the really sort of high hand trap, sort of half hand trap, half engine build. They can break. So that's one thing to take into account. Like this deck is less consistent than Tia. I think that's pretty much everyone agrees with. Lava Golem's crazy in this matchup as well. Like it's really really good for Kashtira against Tia. And then um, there's obviously the God board the Kashtira can put up, which is insane. You're never breaking that. I mean, even without the judgment, I don't think I break that. Well, you didn't even need to use it, so I definitely don't break it. And then we talked about how it didn't matter whether he had the imperm or not, so you need a hard going second card, your dark rulers, your dark holes, that sort of thing to have a chance of cracking the board. But then obviously in good old fashioned tier element goes first, and you can throw up a ridiculous board with ridiculous follow up, really good effects. This deck can't break it either. So I'm gonna do some more testing with Dave tomorrow, and hopefully get like more footage, more testing for the new format. But I do want to make sure that I don't get burnt out before the format starts. So I don't want to play too much, but I think we'll keep testing this Kashtira and Tia, and then I'll probably move to Kashtira, and he'll probably move to Tia. We'll try that, and then we'll test the various mirror matches again. So yeah, hope you learned something, hope you enjoyed, and take care.